What up, YouTube community? It's Dynamo Martinez here today doing a team of the season BPL prediction. Now, this is full on opinion, and these are my preferred players in the specific positions in the team of the season formation. Now, that was a handful to say, a mouthful to say, as I mean. So let's get straight into it with controversy with our goalkeeper. Now, there was choices. I could have picked De Gea to be safe. He's been amazing this season. I could have picked Lloris. He's considered the least amongst the front runners. I could say Petr Cech because he has broken the Premier League clean sheet record. And I could say Jack Butland as he has had an amazing season, no doubt, and really been a shining star for Stoke City until he got injured. But I'm going for Kasper Schmeichel. Now, Kasper Schmeichel is really proving this season to be a real dominant force between the posts. Now, this guy has been amazing. 14 clean sheets this season, the most amongst any player goalkeeper in the league. So that's already amazing feat by itself. Now, people will say, why didn't I pick these other players? I think Kasper Schmeichel deserves it because the last 5 games were really important games for Leicester City, and he helped them get a clean sheet. And that shows how good of a goalkeeper you must be to be showing up in the important games. People will say these aren't really that important. They're 7 points clear. But the only way they got there was keeping clean sheets and having their attackers score 1 goal a game. He's kept them in the title race, and he's kept them as title favorites. That's why I chose Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Next up is a player that I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy seeing, and that is Laurent Koscielny. Every Arsenal fan will think, I'm okay. Now, it wasn't many centre backs I could have picked from for the right centre back role. So I picked Koscielny. He's been good this season, not amazing this season. He had a few injuries here and there. I think he missed a few games. He has 4 goals this season, so they did help Arsenal's title charge. No disrespect there, but Laurent Koscielny has been amazing this season. I think not the best, but still amazing enough to make the team. Chris Smalling was a choice for that right centre back role, but I picked Koscielny. He deserves it. Kompany has been injured, so he does not get a spot, and neither has some other centre backs we would expect from Chelsea or any other team. But Koscielny has performed at a decent level, at a high enough level to make the team, and he just edges Wes Morgan, Chris Smalling, and every other Chelsea defender. No shots fired at Chelsea, of course. Next up is the next centre back. His partner in crime today will be Tots Bpl. Now, he has also scored 4 goals this season. He is a part of the best defense in the Premier League, as well as scoring goals in the major games, the big games. He scored against Arsenal. He scored against United. He scored against City. These are the games that Tottenham were expected to lose, but somehow Tottenham were able to come from being just second favorites to actual winners of these games. So Jan Vertonghen's partner Tots Bpl will take the second centre back spot, and I don't think there'll be many complaints on that. I think Chris Smalling's the only other choice, or Wes Morgan, to make this list. I don't really try to put Robert Huth in the team. He's been good, but he has been a bit suspect recently with the handball claims and all these getting, I don't know, I just don't see Robert Huth making the team. I think Wes Morgan's a better defender. But going into the right back position, Hector Bellerin. Now, he has really been an amazing player this season, no doubt. Absolutely world class this season. He's probably Arsenal's best defender. He's probably the best defender in the list, in my opinion. I really like Tots Bpl, and he definitely deserves to be in this team as one of the first members of the list. But Hector Bellerin has been amazing. He has assists, he gets goals, he runs, he defends, he passes. What more do you want from a fullback? Unless this fullback scores 20 goals a season, I don't think there'll be any way for him to really look as good as he is now. So there's no doubt in my mind that Hector Bellerin has to take the right back spot, getting that green link with Koscielny. Next up is the left back. Now, there was a choice here. I could have picked Danny Rose. he was probably my second choice player in this position, or Bertrand, or even Aaron Cresswell, who has done extremely well for West Ham this season. I'm sorry, West Ham fans, but I ended up going with Christian Fuchs, the former Schalke man, the Austrian. If I'm correct, that's the Austrian badge. He has been absolutely amazing this season. No doubt in Austria. He has been absolutely amazing this season for Leicester City. Has been a major part in their title charge and one of the unsung heroes. A lot of people put him in their team, and I understand definitely why. He definitely deserves a shout as the left back this season. Now I'm going into a really controversial one. This is probably the most controversial position in so far. I could have put in Alexis Sanchez, but I really do not think he deserves it. He's been good this season, no doubt, but only recently he has gained form, and also earlier on this season, after that hat-trick, he looked to be coming back to his best, but I'm not too sure he deserves it. He hasn't been full-on consistent throughout the season. And another player I could have easily put there was Christian Eriksen, another player who could easily make the left mid position his own. He's been absolutely amazing for Tottenham this season, and is probably one of the highest rated midfielders to get points from in fantasy football. But that's not how I pick my team. I pick my team by how they play, and that has to be Arnautovic. Arnautovic has been absolutely amazing this season. I don't think, had Hazard and Alexis Sanchez been as good as they are this season, I would even think of putting this guy in the list. So Arnautovic has been the best amongst a weak group of players. He is probably the best player in left mid position right now. Eden Hazard, I need to speak about Eden Hazard. He's been invisible this entire season. Alexis Sanchez is finding form, but a little bit too late for my liking. I think Arsenal needed him earlier on the season, but that's due to injury. So I say Arnautovic definitely deserves the left mid position. Now I'm going into a really controversial one. It's not about the player I pick, it's the player I do not put in the team at all, and that is Dimitri Payet. I do not put Dimitri Payet in the team because you can only have one attacking midfield spot, in my opinion. I don't think there should be two attacking midfielders in midfield, because that really shows that football only cares about the attackers and not the defenders. So I'm putting Mesut Ozil as the attacking midfielder in this team. He really deserves to be there, and there's no doubt that he has to be one of the contenders for Player of the Season, which he has been nominated for, alongside N'Golo Kante, Dimitri Payet, Harry Kane, Jamie Vardy, and Riyad Mahrez. And now that you basically already heard the rest of the team, but Mesut Ozil has been absolutely amazing. 18 goals this season, 18 assists this season. He's contributed to 18 goals this season and scored 6 himself. So he really does deserve a real shot when it comes to Player of the Season, let alone Team of the Season. So let's get into our man next to him. Now, as I've told you already, Dimitri Payet does not make the list because I do not want to have two attacking midfielders. And N'Golo Kante's ability on the ball and what he's done for Leicester this season really would be underrated. He deserves to be Team of the Season. He's really been a switch in their team. He was a different kind of outlay for the team. He was absolutely amazing. I don't even need to speak to you guys about him because he's already probably going to be in the Team of the Season because he has been nominated for Player of the Season. So everyone who's nominated for Player of the Season is usually in Team of the Season. So I'm going into the right mid position, probably most people's favorites as Team of the Season player, and that has to be Riyad Mahrez. Now, he's not my favorite for the spot. I think Riyad Mahrez deserves to be in Team of the Season, but not Player of the Season. He's been absolutely amazing. 16 goals, 11 assists, but he has trailed off recently, and that's not the best thing you need right now if you're Leicester City. You need all your men firing at top cylinders right now, because it takes 2 slip-ups for you to lose the title. I'm telling you that. It's true. It happened before. It happens in football. I think they're going to win the title, but you need him. You don't want to make it more stressful for Fox's fans. So I say Riyad Mahrez is good and definitely deserves Team of the Season, but not Player of the Season. Now, a man who definitely deserves Player of the Season is Jamie Vardy. He's been a story this season, probably the best player, one of the best players this season. He has really shown himself as a world-class striker, breaking Ruud van Nistelrooy's 10-goal record, if I'm correct. I think it's 10 goals, and he as well as scoring 21 goals this season, which is by not many an easy feat. He has basically scored the same amount of goals as Bale in his best season in the Premier League. That just shows how well Vardy has played as a player. And I think he definitely deserves a shout because he's always running for Leicester City and giving his heart out, and you never really seeing him go missing. Usually he's heralded really well by defenses, but he still finds a way to get past them, and that's what you want as a striker. That's what you want to see in your players, and that's why I think he should be a definite pick for player of the season. And another player who definitely deserves a spot in that category is probably my favorite striker in the Premier League at the moment, and that is Harry Kane. Definitely, in my opinion, the best player in the Premier League this season. He was considered the one-season wonder, but he has proven people wrong, scoring 22 goals, one more than last season, breaking a Tottenham record, outscoring many Tottenham legends as well as some great players in football. He has scored 22 goals and 21 goals respectively in the last 2 seasons, and there's not many English strikers who's actually done that. Not even Wayne Rooney at his best has done that, which just shows how well Harry Kane is playing at the moment, and especially since he was considered a one-season wonder and defenses caught up on him, and in the first 8 games he hasn't scored a goal. That just shows he was able to handle the pressure as well as break past it to become definitely one of the picks for player of the season. So that's basically my starting 11, and let me add in the manager as well, and that has to be Pochettino or Claudio Ranieri. People say Claudio Ranieri because what he's done for Leicester City, which is I'm saying this so often, so I'm just going to change it. He's just done amazingly, Claudio Ranieri, and he's definitely a pick for manager of the season. I think he definitely deserves it. I couldn't find his card, so I decided to go for Mauricio Pochettino, who is another person I think deserves manager of the season. He's done well for Tottenham. He's created a youth core, one of the youngest teams in the Premier League at the moment, if not the youngest. That just shows how good of a manager he is to create young players and change something so quickly from being one of the worst defenses to the best. So Pochettino will make this list as one of my choices for manager. I couldn't pick a manager, but because I could find Pochettino and not Ranieri, Pochettino will be my manager. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Comment on your own team of the season and any way you think I could improve my team of the season. If you have any ways of me improving my videos, also leave that in the comments below. I hope to see you guys soon. This is Dynamo Martinez, and I hope to see you soon.